Pecha Kucha 77 career concerns. So last Sunday I kind of had trouble sleeping because I just woke up in the middle of the night thinking, wait, what is my plan for the future? So this week I kind of actually had a proper look at the things I was toying with looking at, like being a professional illustrator or webcomic artist, things like that. So, I just Googled this stuff, went to a professional illustration page, had a look around at all the super talented perfectionists and thought, dude, I don't know if this is where I belong. It feels a bit corporately motivated. And then I just thought, yeah, let's go look at webcomics because the Smiley Show's happening. So I Googled it, looked for the top webcomics thing on Google just to get a sense of how good's it ever going to get. I just went to I think after the Wikipedia article, which is actually the first two. That's interesting. Yeah, so I went to this one. It's like a series of banner ads for webcomics. I think that they're voted for in order of popularity. So I just clicked on like the one at the top, Girl Power, and then I clicked on a few random ones going down the list to get a sense of what's out there. So they all click through to people's websites. This is the Girl Power one. Sample page. It's maybe the latest one, maybe it isn't. And I was just thinking, would I read this? Yeah, I would, because I ended up kind of reading it. But when you start at the end of the story, it's not like you're gonna go read every page backwards. So yeah, he had a Patreon. I had a look. He does pretty freaking good, considering it's not the best art I've ever seen, but I think expectations and quality match. The people who like what he does really like what he does. So I went down and I saw something that seemed to me that looked like it looked better, which was Miss Me Lee. I did start reading this one as well. I don't know, and yeah, it's an interesting hook that the main superhero is a retired superhero who then comes back into the fold. Much less successful on Patreon, but again, I don't know how long either of these comics have been going for. If they're both still going, I didn't check the latest publication of the final pages and stuff like that. But they're both making money. And then it kind of led me back to the original webcomic, the first one I ever saw, Dr. McNinja. What a great place to start. But, is it a webcomic? Dark Horse Comics published these. And the writer, who I think is also the artist, is also, I think he actually writes for Deadpool, or has in the past. But yeah, I highly recommend Dr. McNinja. All of the websites I looked at were operating using Comic Press for WordPress, which apparently you can download for free. So this is probably what I'm going to want to do with my comics, because I don't think Tumblr's going to work for anything that's too high quality and is too many panels. So looking at all the professional illustration I saw, and I did go on things like ArtStation as well, which only made it worse. I just thought, screw it, I just need to draw something quick and easy and fun, and just not be worried about perfect lines and color theory or any of that stuff. Just for a minute, and you can't go wrong with the totals, right? So the first half of the latest podcast has gone up this week. As always, I can't remember what the heck we talked about. We're literally just talking. So yeah, Koei Tecmo, Metal Gear Survive, 50 Cent. Yeah, it's just stuff that's grabbed our interest, our thoughts on things. You're just in the room with us, listen to us party and bullshit like it's 1999. Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4, great game if that's your kind of thing. I watched a cutscene movie and it reminded me of some very good times. Hideo Kojima and his associates at their best are very, very good. This is a narrative masterclass. I think there was a video game in there somewhere. Ocelot's kind of a running theme unintentionally of the week, because I was, this is like a picture I was working on. I don't really know what I'm doing, but it seems relevant to show it now. Also, the podcast has a Revolver Ocelot, Liquid Ocelot heavy intro, so it's just that's how it is. So I was kind of at a dead end somewhere in the middle of the week, so I just watched a Psycho video, half as entertainment and half to just make me do something. And he talks about his dislike of finishing to a high quality, but you got to do what you got to do. and he's a lot further along in his art journey than I am. I did catch up with the daily sketches this week, and it took me so long to get around to these. I was actually out of practice, and I was switching up the way I was using the G pen again. I super shrunk it, and now it actually feels like a pen, which which is promising for the future. But Yamcha, he's fun. Great pose. Those hands, they really messed me up. Second Vegeta pose, the one before Yamcha, was actually another Vegeta, I think. I just got the proportions of his chest wrong, and it kind of messed up everything else. His face is too big for his hair. You'd think I didn't draw Vegeta regularly or something. But yeah, the G pen, shrinking it, and then, using it as you would. Like looking at the smaller version of Frieza on the right, I feel like if I produced a page full of panels of that quality, I might actually have something of a feasible comic on my hands. So that's a little bit hopeful for the future. But what do I draw more than anything? Faces. But do I know how to? I was thinking about this after reading that How to Draw Faces book recently. The contours of the nose, where light hits, and all of this kind of stuff. Gambit on the right, because I thought, I don't know, let's draw Gambit for some reason. So yeah, what am I doing in the future? I don't know really. I suppose that's nothing new, but it feels like it's been a cute question this week. So the Smiley Show is it's got to happen. It gives me online content. It shouldn't be too labor intensive, and I just have to do it. It's fun for the whole family, except it's not. And then I just think it's about just growing what I've got on Tumblr and Instagram, so people know what I'm about, so they know that if they're about it, they can join me for the ride, that kind of thing. And then all this professional illustration stuff and like making artwork to the caliber of concept artists and stuff. I don't know. I think that's just not something I need to worry about. I just need to just be in the chair doing work. So that's what we'll see if we can do. I mean, I did buy Tekken 7 this week, so nothing is guaranteed except there will be more time wasting in the future and some frowny faces, I think. So that brings us to the end of Pecha Kucha 77. I'll see you next time.